And this is a Fox News alert. The Associated Press projecting that Roy Moore will win the Alabama Senate runoff as we continue with the author of the best-selling book, Killing England, The Brutal Struggle for American Independence. Bill O'Reilly is with us. I say that's a referendum on McConnell.
Yeah, the folks are mad. They want very conservative elected officials, more very famous in Alabama. I knew he was going to win from the jump.
So did I.
And I don't know whether that's a good or a bad thing. We'll see how he performs.
I want to ask you about the media. I have never seen any institution in America that is so corrupt, so bitterly ideological, so one-sided, that never talk about, you always said the folks, I talk about the forgotten men and women. People that came from our background or worse.
Yeah.
They never talk about them. All they want to do is destroy this president. 24/7, 365 conspiracy theories. I'm loving to hear what you think about it.
Not only do they want to destroy President Trump, but anyone who voted for him.
Anyone supports him on air.
Or gives him a fair shot. It just goes across the board. Look, we're living in a time where there are no more journalistic rules. And I can back that up 50 different ways, but I'm not going to bore everybody tonight, but I will someday. There are no rules anymore. So your major urban newspapers aren't newspapers. They're left-wing journals, and they coordinate. And the people on the cable news shows on the other channels, they're left-wing top to bottom. If you wear a Make America Great hat into the New York Times tomorrow and you work there, you're not going to be working there much longer, all right? It's very, very intense. Very intense. But what's happened now is big money is poured in to organizations like Media Matters. Do you know they threatened you and me if we did this segment tonight?
No, they
Media Matters.
They threatened me
us
for just allowing you to have a voice.
Just to have the segment.
Just to have the segment.
We were threatened.
Yes, we were.
Because these totalitarians want to wipe out any speech with which they disagree.
See, I call them liberal fascists because that's what they are.
Yeah, that's a good description.
The most tolerant people, as it comes to speech, we defend Bill Maher. I hate Bill Maher. I never.
You don't know the real Bill.
Oh, you do. You're buddies with him. I can't stand him. I never said that Kathy Griffin should be fired. Or anybody. I don't say that.
No,
anybody,
I know.
I don't care what they say.
And you don't call for boycotts. You don't
turn the dial.
There isn't a right-wing cabal that does that.
No.
I mean, the right can get hateful. Everybody knows that. I mean, they can. But there's not an organization that goes out and threatens people and boycotts sponsors. Now, here's the insidious part. That's bad enough. All right. There's millions of dollars behind that. And those people who are doing it are being paid to do it. Big money. Wait.
No, go ahead.
Cheryl Atkinson.
Great piece.
Cheryl Atkinson's book, Smear. You've got to read it. This is a brilliant woman, an honest reporter, used to work at CBS. The book is Smear. It'll document A to Z this big money, and these people will do anything.
Bill, every minute of every day, we have Rush on later this week. Every prominent conservative voice is recorded. They're paid to record. They're paid to transcribe. They're paid to look for the one word, sentence, phrase that they can then use to attack either advertisers or others.
Advertisers, that's the most insidious.
And it's worked. Let's be honest. It has worked in the past.
Hannity and I have discussed this off camera, and we're going to fight back. And I have to give you all the credit in the world. You fought back when they came after you last spring. I didn't, and I should have. But anyway, this is so dangerous to the country. People don't know how dangerous this is because most people aren't engaged. They don't pay attention. They just hear things. And these propaganda people throw this stuff out as fact when it just lies across the board.
Let me move on. Let me ask you, I think the president has done a great job in terms of doing everything that he promised that he's able to do on his own. I've never seen more impotent people, more ineffective people, people that can't keep simple promises like repealing and replacing and getting it done. You talk about the folks. It's hurting the forgotten men and women that define this election.
Certainly in Arizona, there's no doubt about it. I was very surprised John McCain, and I respect John McCain, I've known him from a long time.
I have a video of him. I can play this video.
No, everybody knows that he said it, but I think it was personal. I think that Donald Trump angered him. And look, You can't blame McCain for that. What Trump said about McCain was out of line. I said it on The Factor. I told Trump to his face, out of line, okay? But sometime down the road, if you're John McCain, you got to say, what's the greater good? What's the greater good? To help my people in Arizona who are paying far too much for their health insurance, or to stick it to a guy I don't like?
Why do people want to not only defeat the president politically, they want to destroy him and delegitimize
Well, I told him
him.
that from the jump. I had the first interview when he declared, and I said, they're going to come after you, because what Trump does is that he goes right to the people. You don't need the big media. Trump, and that's what he's doing with the NFL. Trump's going right to the people, and he knows, and I think he's right, that most people are agreeing with him. He's going to win that, all right? So he goes around the media. It's the worst thing you can do to the media.
The media, in many ways, is dying before our very eyes.
It is.
I don't think they recover from the abusive bias. Have you heard the conspiracy theories? It is the most bizarre. Russia, 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 Bill, 24/7, again, to hurt the president. In the process, it's not only the president that gets hurt, it's nothing gets done for the country.
Well, wait till you see what happens when Paul Manafort gets indicted, which I think is going to happen.
I think it's going to happen, sadly.
But I think you're right in the sense that fair-minded people, not conservatives and liberals, because there are liberals who are very good and very fair, right? But fair-minded people know there's no objectivity in the media anymore.
Name 5 fair Democratic senators and congressmen. Was there one that's willing to work?
Manchin is a fair guy in West Virginia.
What is Manchin? He's not reaching out with President Trump on the health care.
All right, you want to know why?
Because Schumer won't let him.
Well, that's right. Senator Schumer from New York has told all of the Democratic senators 2 things. Unless you vote straight party line with us, we will run someone against you in a primary, and we will cut off all your money so that you will not have money from the DNC to campaign. Every senator has gotten that message, all right? So on close calls, they're going to go with Schumer. Now, I think on the tax cuts,
they might get some
Trump
with infrastructure.
might get 3 or 4 Democrats.
3 or 4.
But he's going to have 3 or 4 Republicans say no. I guarantee you, Susan Collins in Maine, I guarantee she should be a Democrat.
How about we work for the people? You know what? The people, they're not public servants anymore, Bill. They're not serving the public anymore.
They're serving themselves, but that's nothing new.
Well, not this bad. I have never seen the vitriol. And look, we started on this channel 23 years ago. It's never been this bad, ever.
I got to tell you, in the 20 years, 6 months I worked for FNC, I was attacked every single day of my life. Every day.
Hey, by the way, I must say, bullseye, the 2 Irish guys.
Yeah.
All right. We got to take a break. I want to talk about this. I want to go back to your book. When you talk about institutions today, there's a lot of parallels to what you're writing about that I think we can learn from.
Yeah, the Dallas School Board. I want to get into that.
We'll get into that. All right.